Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. I am Josh Lilquist. I do have my co-host on the show here today, my good friend and my good pal, Mr. Al Connickson. How are you doing today, Al?
Well, you know what? I feel pretty good today, Josh. How about you?
I am feeling fantastic. We had another phenomenal week here at Online Trading Academy.
Yeah,
a lot of
right.
things going on. We had some great instructors in teaching some classes to a lot of our students, but we had another great week in the market. Just kind of recapping the week here, the S&P 500 showed some strength, especially
Sure did.
Wednesday, gapping up on Thursday. We know what happened on Friday, so we're seeing some strength come back into equities. So there's money flowing back into the market. You look at gold, actually since about July 22nd, that's up about 7%.
Right.
Silver up over 12%, over $20 per ounce right now. So things are changing a little bit from the last month or two, or even the last 6 months. Oil back over 90. That's not looking good for the pumps again, but there's just a lot of opportunities in the markets. Last few weeks we talked about supply and demand, especially in the S&P 500 and the dollar. Well, the S&P 500 has now broken that supply zone that we had talked about. So where is that next stopping point at it as it continues to go up? But you got to keep an eye on that U.S. dollar. That is still in demand. So we're going to keep on that as the week progresses here and next week coming up. But we had some great moves in the markets. But our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, 25 years teaching people just like you how to trade and invest. They have education and content on the stock market, options, futures, forex. If you have a 401k, an IRA, education and training to help you better manage those and make more confident decisions within those accounts. Al, with these great moves in these markets, what's your insight? What are you seeing this week? We had some news that came out, I believe it was Wednesday, on inflation. But
Right.
What do you see moving forward here in the next maybe 2 to 4 weeks or even 2 to 4 months?
Well, I see opportunities all over the place, Josh. We saw the market kind of make a turn and recoup some of what it lost before. We've had a lot of almost back-to-back negative news, and we had some good news this week. You know, the big concern that people have had and still do have is inflation and how that impacts their life, their lifestyle, their ability to plan for the future. Well, this week, the CPI came out, and that was lower than expected. You know, last month it was 9.1%. This last month it was 8.5%, and they were expecting 8.7%. So it was good news. It was down a little
Is
bit.
there a caveat there?
Well, it's still up, and even as I hate to say it, but even the president kind of misunderstood what's happening here.
So
He
sad.
did come out and say that we have zero inflation. We do not have zero inflation. It was just the growth of inflation that he would kind of misinterpreted.
But wasn't it the energy sector that really
Well, energy was
dropped it? But food prices, I believe, that actually still went up, didn't it?
Exactly. The big drop really came about because of energy prices. Gas prices have been down, which is great, but there's still there is the cost of other items that rent, housing, things like that. Energy are still up. And then on Thursday, the PPI numbers came out. They also were good. They came out at a negative 0.5% instead of the consensus of up 0.2%. And then jobless claims, 262,000 versus a consensus of 264,000. So some good numbers there. And what does it mean? Well, it means, again, that there's opportunities, great opportunities, which there always are. But maybe we go from really concentrating. A lot of our concentration has been on protection. You still have to make sure that you protect what you have, but now there's that growth potential. And are you taking advantage, or are you going to be able to take advantage of what's really going to give you the opportunity to grow your accounts back faster? Are you just going to be average and kind of follow the herd, which most people do? Or maybe learn how to use some of the assets that the big boys, the pros, use, because they don't look at just following what the market does. They look at trying to outperform the market. Mm-hmm. You know, we talk about education, and that's what we are about. We are an education source. Well, think about this. If you want to trade like the pros, do you want to trade like the people that are really successful? ask yourself this: how did they learn? Did those guys learn from YouTube? Did they learn from reading books?
That's funny.
No, a lot of the traders, they were thrown out on the floor and they said, hey, go out and don't lose money. And what they did is they just followed other people that were already successful. That's kind of what we do. There are people out there that are successful, that have gone through the trials and the errors, and they know how to outperform. They know how to be consistent in their returns. They know how to protect what they have. Wouldn't it be helpful and smart to be able to just do what they're doing? And that's what we do. The guys that teach our classes, the women and the men that teach our classes, they have this experience. They're traders. They're trading on a regular basis.
Well, they understand how the market really works, and they're following the smart money is what we want to do.
Correct. We've got smart people following the smart money. And how does the smart money function? Well, they function in a way that is beneficial for us because the way they trade, they have to do it in a way that we can take advantage of. One of the things we will talk about in this class that Josh is going to be talking about is how Warren Buffett put a position together in IBM that took him almost 9 months to do. Well, he also recently just took a position on Occidental Petroleum, and the shares were purchased in a series of transactions. The key there is that series of transactions. And what we help our students identify, and this is by following the smart money, where's the first part of the order? Where's the first part of their trade? We know, as Warren Buffett has shown us, and as the big institutions show us, they'll never get all of a trade filled at one time. So there's going to be another trade made at the right point, the right price entry. And that's what we have a strategy, core strategy. It's a foundational investment strategy that shows you how to identify that. Where's that first entry made, and then where's the next one going to be made? That's where you're going to be ready to take advantage of and actually let the smart money start providing a profit for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the economic law of supply and demand. If there's more demand for something, price goes up. If there's there's more supply than something, price will go down. And that's how the financial markets work. And in these classes that I'm about to give away some tickets to, we explain how that actually works in the financial markets with some real life examples. I was actually teaching a class last night, and they were talking about, well, they talk about all these crazy words and terms on TV, and I don't even want to, it makes people not even want to go down that road. Well, it's designed to do that. That's what we do, is we pull back the curtain on how all that really works so you can make smarter investing decisions. So I do have some tickets for this investing class. They're free right here local. If you're listening to the show, we have a class near you. Text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets and a quick start kit. This quick start kit will help you get started right away. Al, coming up next, I want to talk about those assets that you were alluding to that the smart money are using and what they use to generate income. So let's talk about what those are. And guess what? These institutions and these assets are available to us. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We will be right back. Probably can hear that.